Greetings, geniuses. This video is going to cover another topic from the INFJ perspective, as usual. And in this video, we're going to talk about the rewards of being yourself. And this is yet another topic that INFJs should be able to relate to very well, but also applies to anyone. So ask yourself, have you been living your life authentically with your own goals and purposes as the priority in life, or have you been sort of worrying about what others think, trying to people please, that sort of thing? Because we all do it at times, and sometimes we do it for good or bad reasons, whether we're empathizing with somebody or we're trying to maybe just get on somebody's good side or convince somebody of something. There's so many reasons why we could put on a mask temporarily or on a long-term basis even, and sort of change who we are or the appearance of who we are to justify some sort of means to ourselves. And while it isn't necessarily a bad thing to do, it depends on the circumstance. My first recommendation would be not to be in the habit of doing it all the time, which is very easy for INFJs to do because of our natural ability to empathize with others. But also, if you're going to do it, it should probably be a short-term thing to sort of, yes, you can relate to somebody, you can meet them at their level, but then you should switch back in some shape or form to speaking what you truly feel, what you believe, because that also is for you, to keep you in touch with your own feelings and goals and purpose and all those kinds of things. Because one of the rewards that we want to talk about of being yourself and living authentically is that you're going to stay more in tune and more connected to who you are and what you want out of life. And that is one of the biggest of all, I would say, as far as reasons go. Because if you're always focusing on what others want of you, what they perceive of you, how they're judging you, and you're adjusting your daily plan actions accordingly to what they want from you, then you're kind of acting as another one of them. You're not acting as yourself. And so therefore, you're also going to not be accomplishing the goals that you really want for yourself. So living authentically is a gift to yourself, to your life, to everything you want to accomplish, and just the truth of who you are. And I hate to say the words your truth, but to some extent, I've learned over the last couple of years, there is some truth to that truth, because everybody has different experiences, backgrounds, and things that maybe has affected us more than other people, let's just say. I'm kind of being generic, but because of that, we do have varying degrees of, maybe truth is not the right word, maybe it's things that are more important to us. I do believe there's good and evil, there's truth and false on major points, shall I say. But generally speaking, there's also different shades of what is important to each of us. So that's kind of what your truth means to me. It's kind of a generic term, is how I view it. Let's just say if everybody in a group was INFJ, we'd all have similar personality traits. But within those people, among that group, you're going to have variations. And so that's what we're generically calling your truth, or their truth, would be the smaller variations of things they've experienced and how they've dealt with life and things that worked for them. So you could have two people of the same personality, but what each of them means for them to live authentically are different shades. They're not exactly the same person, obviously. So that was sort of a long way of explaining just how important it is that you live authentically, because even if you have a super bestie and you're both the same personality type, you shouldn't just try to mirror that person, because you're not identical. Even identical twins, if you've ever known one or known two of them, then yes, they're very much alike in many ways, but they also have uniqueness still. So there's maybe no better example than that. But other than that, the rewards that you get from living authentically is a lot less stress and drama. Let's just sort of keep it real for a second here. I have worked at jobs, I've been around people, and there's been times earlier in my life especially that I was really people pleasing and didn't even realize it, because I was justifying it to myself by sort of the long game of what I was trying to accomplish with people. And it made perfect sense. And let's be clear about that. It's super easy to justify your actions on just about anything if you really want to. But I've personally been there and done that, so I know how easy it is to do. But internally, looking back, there was so much drama going on in my head and so much extra unneeded stress of it, because I had dedicated so much of my brain power to other people and what's going on in their brains. And what a waste of time that was. And so just like a lot of other things that I talk about, I've been there, done that, and made my own mistakes and had to learn the hard way. So I would just try to steer you away from it if that's something you're doing now or struggled with or anything like that. And so another one of the huge rewards you're going to get from living authentically is not having that extra stress, drama, concern of things to be thinking about every day. You can just be yourself, say what you want to say, as long as it's respectful, polite, courteous, all that stuff. Then if somebody doesn't like you for it, or they're giving you problems for it, that's on them. And I know it's not always that easy. That's a simplified way of putting it, because we still have problems with people when we shouldn't. But as far as the drama of it and you worrying about what they think, the more that you can get past that and just appreciating yourself, appreciating living freely, and I'm not sure how else to put it other than just not stressing about it, but having confidence in yourself. And it can be a challenge for a lot of people to sort of become more independent and not focusing on what others think of you. Again, from my own experience, it's been a slow process, but I feel like I've come such a long way just because it was also something I continuously introspected on, and I didn't want to be that kind of person who was focusing on what others thought of me. So you can improve if you keep aware of it and you keep trying to sort of detach from everybody's perception of you and judgment of you. So lots of rewards to living authentically. And like I said, this is far from an extensive list, but hopefully I'm hitting some of the major points to get you thinking about it. So until next time, I'll look forward to bringing you another topic, and I will see you soon, genius.